G'day guys. Today I want to talk about if Australia is still one of the best places to live when you're 60 years and over. I'm going to touch on 10 different benefits of living in Australia as you get older. I'm up at Maroondah Dam or Maroondah Reservoir today, which is just north of Healesville. It's a beautiful part of the world up here. As you can see. So this is one of the reservoirs. This is one of the reservoirs that supply Melbourne its drinking water. It's very fresh, our drinking water here in Melbourne. So as you can see, it is a beautiful part of the world up here. Okay, the first point I guess I want to say is that Australia has a world-class healthcare system. And it's both private and public, and the government scheme is called Medicare, that provides subsidised fees, or in some cases free, for seniors, people 60 and over. And we've also got the pharmaceutical benefit scheme, where medication is subsidised by the government. So that's a big one. Because as you get older, everybody gets sick at some stage. So that's one of the biggest benefits of being in Australia when you're 60 and over. The second point is Australia is known for its incredible landscapes. Pristine beaches, rainforests up in the north, and then you've also got the outback of Australia, which is where all the deserts are, and Uluru. So we've got a very diverse landscape, and because of our transport system in Australia, it's easy to get around to all those places. We've got a good airport network, lots of planes. We also have trains that can go from one side of the country right across through the middle, through the desert, and also from the very south of Australia up to the very north of Australia. So that's one of the next big benefits. You've got such a diverse environment or landscapes that seniors can get around and view. You don't have to even go overseas to do that. So that's the second benefit of living in Australia when you're over 60. The third benefit of living in Australia when you're over 60 is our climate. It's pretty mild compared with lots of places overseas in the northern hemisphere. Our winters do get quite cold, like Melbourne and Tasmania down south get the coldest. I did a couple of videos earlier in the year, or a couple of months ago, where it actually got down to 0 in Melbourne, but that's pretty rare. Most of the time it's pretty mild weather. The summer does get hot, but it's not constant heat, and we never really get snow in Melbourne anyway. So the other thing, is the climate. That's a big benefit. So it's quite mild and very stable. So you don't get massive swings. Although Melbourne's known to have 4 seasons in the one year. That's what it's famous for. So that's the third benefit of living in Australia when you're 60 and over. The next point is Australia's very well known to have a very friendly population, friendly people. They have a sense of community. There's all different nationalities in Australia. We're very multicultural, and everybody gets along with everybody else. We are known for that. There's lots of volunteer organisations, lots of senior groups in Australia that you can join up and socialise. So that's the next benefit of living in Australia when you're 60 years and over. And also all our public transport is very seniors friendly, I guess. We're very aware of making it easy for seniors and helping them get around. So that's the next point that I'd like to say on the benefits of being in Australia when you're 60 and over. The next point is Australia ranks as one of the safest countries in the world to live. We have a very stable environment. The government's very stable. And we've got good law and order in Australia. We have some issues, but we're not perfect. But overall, when you rank it with other countries, Australia is a very safe place to live, especially as you get older. So that would be the next reason to stay in Australia after you're 60 years of age. The next point is we have world-class cities and excellent amenities in the cities, and it sort of combines the city life and an urban environment. And as I mentioned before, there's lots of initiatives that the government's put in place to help seniors especially if they've got mobility issues, they have trouble getting around. So that's a really good point. As I mentioned earlier, we have a very multicultural society. So people from other countries all around the world have moved to Australia and now call Australia their permanent home. And because of that, we have a very wide variety of foods. Each of the countries bring their own cuisine with them. So you can go to the cities, the big cities especially, and get all sorts of different meals from the different countries. So that's another benefit, you're not just getting Australian food, you're getting food from every corner of the earth, because people from every corner of the earth have come to live in Australia and call Australia home. So you've got that wide variety of food. So that's another big benefit. Australia has put in place lots of seniors-friendly policies and support systems. The government's put in the superannuation system. The government's put in place lots of benefits for seniors, like a pension system and also superannuation system, so that the dollars as you get older last longer or can stretch further. And they've also put in place lots of discounts for pensioners and people that are 60 years and over from a government point of view. So there's lots of discounts and benefits you can get just because you're at that age. So that's the next benefit of why Australia's a good place to be when you're 60 and over. Australia also offers lifelong learning opportunities for seniors. So the government's put in place some different programs, and universities offer courses, for example, of people over 60. So there's lots of opportunities for continued learning as you age, even in your later years. You can still take advantage of those services and systems to continue learning different things. You don't have to stop learning as you get older in Australia. And finally, Australia has very reliable access to technology and internet. That's throughout the whole country. It's continually being upgraded, but there's nothing stopping people as they get older, seniors as they get older, from taking advantage of those systems. There's usually free internet at libraries all around the country as well. So even if you haven't got internet at home, you can go places and still get access to the internet. So for free. So that's another benefit of living in Australia when you're 60 years and over. Thanks for watching, and make sure you have a great day today.